Messi just hit 901 career goal. Ronaldo is on 968. Both in their late 30s and early 40s, and they're still racing each other to 1,000. Who gets there first?
Lionel Messi. Cristiano Ronaldo.
Messi versus Ronaldo, here we go again. Another channel, another video, another guy telling you who's better. We've all seen the 1000th GOAT debate thumbnail, but stick with me, because this isn't the recycled stats reel you've seen before. This is a real story of what happened when neither of them was scoring, what they actually said about each other, and how two men who defined an entire era of football ended up in places nobody predicted. So let's get into it. For real this time, July 1, 2009. Real Madrid signs Cristiano Ronaldo from Manchester United for £80 million. 94 million euros. The most expensive transfer in history at that point. People were genuinely shocked, not just at the number, but at the implication. Ronaldo, the reigning Ballon d'Or winner, was walking directly into Messi's backyard. And Messi at the time was 22. He hadn't won the Ballon d'Or yet, that was 6 months away, but he was already being called generational. The football world now had two of them on opposite sides of the same city. In their very first El Clásico as rivals, neither Ronaldo nor Messi scored. It was Zlatan Ibrahimovic who got the only goal in a 1-0 Barcelona win. Which, knowing Zlatan, probably still lives in his head as the most important thing he ever did. But the very next time they met, Messi scored his 40th goal of the season, in a 2-0 win. The Spanish press said Ronaldo's reign had ended before it even started. He had other ideas. Because from that point on, from 2009 to 2018, every single El Clásico these two played in ended with at least one goal. Not one match finished goalless. In 9 seasons of direct rivalry, 45 Clásico appearances for Messi, 30 for Ronaldo, they combined for 44 goals in that fixture alone. And that's just Barcelona versus Real Madrid. That's not counting what they were doing to the rest of the league every other weekend. The arms race had started, and it was about to get completely out of hand. The decade that shouldn't have happened for 9 straight years, 2009 to 2018, the entire time Ronaldo was at Real Madrid, both Messi and Ronaldo scored a goal every 85 minutes. Yes, both of them. Simultaneously, for 9 consecutive years. Come on, I should end this video right here. That stat alone should end most arguments about who the best players ever are, because no one else in history has done that for that long. Between 2009 and 2017, they shared the Ballon d'Or between them every single year. No one else touched it. Just so you know, the next highest Ballon d'Or winner in history has 3. Messi now has 8. Ronaldo has 5. The gap between them and third place is so large it's almost embarrassing to list. But 2012 is the year that still doesn't make sense. Messi scored 91 goals in a single calendar year. He broke Gerd Muller's 1972 record of 85. Everyone assumed this record was physically unreachable. Ronaldo's career best across his entire career is 69. Ironically, the year Messi scored 91 goals, Ronaldo scored in 6 consecutive El Clásico matches. 6 in a row, that's the best goal-scoring run in that fixture's history. That's the thing about this rivalry that made it so relentless. You couldn't bury one of them. Whatever one did, the other found a way to answer. Not always in the same game, not always the same week, but always, eventually, always. By the time Ronaldo left Madrid in 2018, Messi had scored 474 goals in La Liga. Ronaldo had 311, but Ronaldo holds the all-time Champions League goals record. Messi has 4 UCL titles. Ronaldo has 5. Ronaldo is the only player to top score in the English, Spanish, and Italian leagues in different seasons. Messi has won the Ballon d'Or while playing for Barcelona, PSG, and later Inter Miami. The only player in history to win it at 3 different clubs, neither argument ends clean. That was always the point, but goals and trophies are the easy part of this story. What was actually happening between them, behind the press conferences, behind the handshakes, is far more interesting. The Mask slips a biography of Ronaldo, written while he was still at Real Madrid, made one specific claim that nobody really followed up on at the time, that Ronaldo genuinely heats up when he watches Messi play. Not inspired, agitated, Ronaldo's public line on their relationship was always the same: "We don't have a relationship outside football, just as we don't with a lot of other players." Then he leaves for Juventus in 2018. And Messi, the man who spent 9 years watching Ronaldo win trophies from the other side of Spain, said this: "I miss Cristiano." Although it was a bit difficult to see him win trophies, he gave La Liga prestige. That's a man who genuinely understood that his greatest rival made him better and was honest enough to say it publicly. Fast forward to 2019, the UEFA Men's Player of the Year ceremony. The first time in years both men were in the same room at the same time. Ronaldo publicly says he wants to have dinner with Messi. Messi later replies, "If I get an invitation, why not? They've never had that dinner." Two of the most famous humans alive, and they've never sat down to eat a meal together. That detail says more about their dynamic than any stat ever could. But in 2021, within weeks of each other, both men lost something they thought was permanent. And the public finally saw what was underneath. The summer everything cracked, August 8, 2021. Lionel Messi walks into a press conference at the Camp Nou, barely able to speak. Barcelona can't keep him. Not because he failed, because the club is financially broken, carrying over €1 billion in debt. 17 years. Done, he cries, actually cries on camera in front of the world. And for the first time in 20 years of watching this man operate at the highest level under the heaviest expectations, he looks small. Not great, just human. 2 weeks later, he's at PSG. And weeks before that tearful press conference, he had lifted the Copa America with Argentina. His first major international trophy as a senior, at 34 years old. After losing 3 Copa America finals and a World Cup final in the decade prior, he carried that weight for over a decade. Then, in the same summer that Barcelona let him go, he finally put it down on the grass in Rio. Now Ronaldo, same summer, he forces his way back to Manchester United. Nostalgia, the headlines said, and at first it works, 24 goals in his first season back. But behind the scenes, we all know what happened. In October 2022, he refuses to come on as a substitute in a league game against Tottenham and walks down the tunnel before the final whistle. Then comes the interview where he dismantles the club, the manager, and the owners in one sitting. United terminate his contract by mutual agreement in November 2022. Ronaldo is 37 years old. No club, mid-season, it's the most public unraveling of his career. Two men who had been untouchable for 15 years, both falling apart in the same 12 months. Something had to give. And for one of them, what came next was the greatest moment of his life. 2 different endings, yes, I'm talking about the Qatar, the World Cup final. Messi played his 1,000th career match earlier in that tournament, the round of 16 against Australia, and then in the final. Argentina were 2-0 up with 16 minutes left. Messi penalty, Di Maria goal. France had barely touched the ball, it looked done. Then Mbappé scored, and scored again. 2 goals in 97 seconds, extra time. Messi taps one in, 3-2. Mbappé scores from the spot, 3-3. A hat-trick in a World Cup final from a 22-year-old against the best player alive. And Messi still lifted the trophy, at 35. At what was almost certainly his last World Cup. Ronaldo, same tournament. Portugal get through the group stage, Ronaldo starts. But in the knockout rounds, Morocco, the quarterfinals, he's on the bench. Portugal play better without him starting. After they're eliminated, he reportedly breaks down in the tunnel. Whether that's confirmed or not, the image sticks. It still hurts. Next year, Ronaldo signs for Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia. He's reportedly earning around €200 million a year. He's now at 965 career goals right now, still playing, still chasing the 1,000 goal landmark, which he's publicly said he will reach. Messi, he wins the MLS Cup with Inter Miami in 2025. At 38, he puts up 46 goals and 28 assists across the calendar year, his best output since 2018-19. And he's still making it look effortless. They haven't faced each other since 2023. No more El Clásicos, but the numbers keep coming. Messi 901 goals, 407 assists, 48 trophies. Ronaldo 965 goals, 261 assists, 34 trophies. The 2025 Ballon d'Or went to Ousmane Dembélé. Rodri won it in 2024. Back-to-back years without either of them on the podium. 17 years of 2 men owning that award between them, and we barely noticed it ending. There's no clean answer. There never was. And honestly, that's exactly why this conversation outlasted both of their primes. So I'll ask you the one question that cuts through all of it. Forget the trophies, forget the numbers. If you had one ticket left, one seat in the stadium, and you could watch either of them in their absolute prime, who are you choosing? Drop it in the comments. I genuinely want to know. And if you think I missed something that actually changes the argument, say that too. Let's go. Hit subscribe if you want more honest content about this sport. Check out the next video right here.